Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Chris here from Esports News, back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to bring you guys a quick recap of what happened during yesterday's matches, of course, that being Thursday, as well as what you can expect going into today's matches, that being Friday. So yesterday, of course, we kicked things off with the New York Subliners taking on the London Royal Ravens, and I wasn't able to get my video out yesterday just because I had some issues with the gameplay, but I had Subliners taking a 3-0, as you guys can see on the screen, and that didn't pan out, so we'll see how subliners look going into the rest of the weekend, but I think they'll bounce back after this. I think honestly, London, they just realized, hey, our backs are against the wall. Excuse me. We're down bad, and we got to get some wins going. So they went really hard in that matchup, and I think that's the difference. It made the difference. Also, subliners just didn't look good in search, so I think they'll go back to the drawing board, improve things, and come back better. Of course, in our second matchup of the day, we had FaZe taking on the LA Thieves. And this was a close one. I thought it would go 3-1 in favor of FaZe. But of course, the Thieves looked really strong. Um, Kenny, Draza, TJ, and Venom, they all put up really strong performances across the board. Even in the fourth hardpoint, the fourth map when they were getting outslayed like dramatically, they brought it back, and I was really surprised. At one point, Tej, I think going into P5, Tej was 3-10, and then they turned it around second rotation and ended up winning the game, even though they were getting outslayed almost the entire time until they really regained control and gained some sort of footing. But they were putting up points, which is the more important takeaway. They didn't really need to slay to get the points, and they kept it close the entire time. So Thieves looked really good against what we all would say is the best team in the game. Of course, barring the Stage 2 major. Looking ahead to today's matches, we of course kick things off with the Toronto Ultra taking on the LA Gorillas. Personally, I think the Ultra take this 3-1. I think they take the opening hard point. I think Gorillas probably take the search, and then I think Toronto takes the control and the second hard point as well. Although there is potential this is a 3-0, Toronto's been looking lights out in search, and this is going to be a chess match between two of the better search teams in the league. Gorillas has always been a very strong search team with Bevels and, of course, Ricky as their coaching staff. So I think they take the search, but anything could happen here. That's why I have it as a 3-1, though. I think Gorillas likely take the search, and Toronto takes the respawns. Of course, in our last matchup of the day, we have the Minnesota Rokkr taking on the Paris Legion. I see this being another 3-1. I think the Rokkr likely take the opening hard point. And then they likely take the search as well. And then I think Paris will probably take the control. Scraps has always been really good at control in this game. So I think he'll probably have a really good performance, and I think that'll be the difference. It makes a difference in the control. Otherwise, I think this should be a 3-0. You can't really argue for Paris's S&D against a team like Minnesota, who's been very, very strong in the game mode all year long. But I do recognize that if it's a 3-1, there is potential that Paris take the opening hard point. They, at the beginning of the year, were very, very strong at taking opening hard points, especially off good teams. So maybe that'll continue, but I just don't know if it'll continue with this different iteration of the roster. We'll see how things go there, but 3-1 is what I expect. Don't know where the maps will necessarily fall into place, but I think map 1, kind of a toss-up. So if you want to stay away from a map, I would pick that one. Personally, I'll be taking the -1.5s in both series, so -1.5 Ultra and -1.5 Rokkr for the reasons I gave. I think Rokkr and Ultra are just the stronger two teams in today's matchups, and I think they'll walk away with the victories pretty convincingly, so we'll see what happens. Also, sorry for not getting a video out to you guys last Sunday. It was a travel day, as you guys know. We had some really good matches, though. FaZe got upset by subliners, of course. That was really the talk of the town, if you will. And I just don't know what to think going into the rest of the stage. Ultra 3-0'd, of course, Empire without Hook. You guys know I didn't really agree with them dropping Hook. And then Thieves, of course, beat Ravens 3-1. So that was interesting. But yeah, I'm not too sure how FaZe is going to look in the rest of the stage going off of that loss to NYSL early on. And then NYSL losing, of course, yesterday to the Ravens in a close 3-2 series. I just don't know. Maybe it's the honeymoon phase of the subliners canceling out with the honeymoon phase of the Ravens. Not sure. But we'll see. I want to keep an eye on FaZe for the rest of the stage. I think they'll bounce back and go 4-1 to close things out. But I mean, they have to face off against Optic, so they might go 3-2. Optic might take the #1 seed. They're still 2-0 as it stands. Optic Gaming, of course, and they have a chance to go 5-0 on the group. So we'll see how things turn out. But FaZe is definitely not in the best form right now. I think they lost 2 series in a row, actually, because they lost the finals, of course, at Major 2, and then they lost to the New York Subliners in the next series. So we'll see if FaZe can really cement themselves as being the best team in the game once again. If they beat Optic, in my opinion, then they've cemented themselves. If they don't, then Optic might have lock. We'll see how things go with Optic if they face off against Toronto again, because that could be, I guess, the contest for best team in the game, which would be interesting. And they're coming from different groups, so there is potential for them to face off in the winners bracket from the major time, of course. So we'll keep an eye on everything that's going on in the Call of Duty world. You guys know I'll keep you in the loop, and I will catch you guys on the next video. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe share it with a friend if you found this particularly interesting. And yeah, guys, like I said, I'll catch you on the next video. Hope you have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet. I will catch you on the next one. This is Chris from FaZe Sports News signing off once again. Peace.